Hey everybody, JB Lewis here once again, welcoming you to this new Let's Play of Nancy Drew Trail of the Twister. This is actually the very first Nancy Drew game I ever played back in the day, and I'll tell you the story behind that here after we're done with this little intro thing with all this rain and stuff.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations,
Hey, Nancy.
my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
Good deal. Anyway, what I was going to get at earlier was that about 5 years ago I had gone to Colorado to visit some friends right after I graduated college, and one of them happens to be a big Nancy Drew Games fan. Now, up to that point, I had just seen video walkthroughs of most of these games on YouTube, and I hadn't really played any of them until then, when we opened up this game, which had just come out a few months prior to the trip. I had only played like a little bit of it, but it was enough to get me interested in actually buying some myself eventually when I LP'd the Deadly Device on this channel, and the rest is pretty much history. Like I mentioned in some of my other Nancy Drew Let's Plays, I do intend to go through all these games at a pretty steady pace, not exactly in rapid succession, but in some order. I don't really know what it's going to be, pretty random. I'm just picking this one just because it holds that significance, and someone already requested it. So I have been wanting to do this one for some time. Now, Nancy mentioned a few things here. This book, How to Be a Detective, is the tutorial. And this page called What's New mentions some things that are particular to this game.
As always, your mission is to solve the
Specifically,
mystery
this
by stepping
GPS
into my
thing here.
shoes and decide. In this game, you'll also have a cell
And
phone with
the
lots
new
of features.
cell phone.
To get from one place to another in the game, just move your
wait
cursor
a minute.
around on the screen and
How do I
click
get
when an
back? There you go. I believe this is the first game that debuts Nancy's new iPhone-style phone, which we can't access right now. And also, it's the first game we've played that has driving, which is always rather interesting in Nancy Drew games. So we'll be seeing quite a bit of that as well. Of course, we've always got the scrapbook here, which contains what amounts to advertisements for the previous games. Pretty cool stuff. I find it funny that they alternate between Lucida handwriting and I don't know what this other font is. But anyway, I do find the Lucida handwriting use pretty cool. And let's see what the case is all about this time around.
PG Krollmeister has hired me to investigate a series of equipment meltdowns that have been plaguing the prominent Oklahoma storm research team he sponsors. Since his team has been expected to win the $100 million grant at stake in the upcoming Green Skies Storm competition, Krollmeister suspects that there is something far more sinister than simple equipment failure going on. I'll be joining the team undercover, replacing their previous intern Pete, who wound up with a broken leg after one of the accidents stranded him directly in the path of a storm. Stepping in at the most dangerous and chaotic period of the chase season, I'm going to have to keep my wits about me to stay on top of the sabotage and the storms.
Sounds like a pretty harrowing case. Varnell is actually kind of funny name correlation here, because there was actually a professor at the university I attended that was named Varnell. Not a very nice guy, though. Also, Green Skies Storm Competition. That doesn't sound very healthy, considering the context. Also, Krollmeister is a rather interesting thing to bring up here, because Krollmeister is kind of the Acme company of the Nancy Drew games, and somehow he knows Nancy, so that's rather interesting. So, let's go ahead and go to Oklahoma. There's also some memorabilia here from the past cases that's not in the scrapbook. We've got this mask, which I think is from Danger by Design, since masks featured kind of prominently in that game. And this cup is from Warnings at Waverly Academy with a W here on it. Alright, let's go ahead and get going. I'm going to do Senior Detective, just see how it goes. Uh-oh. It's probably worth mentioning that
Oh my gosh!
I've had a fear of storms in real life here. So, this is actually an interesting game to play. I think part of it is just because I grew up in California where we never really had thunderstorms. And, or tornadoes for that matter. Whereas here, there's like lots of that here in Texas. Probably not as much as Oklahoma, but it's definitely something that I've had to get used to. So what's through here? A car. Is that like broken glass? Looks like one of the storms got this thing with all the hail marks. Don't really see anybody in here though. Canute College Ledger, modern day land rush. Last year, 3 men sneaked onto Canute's main campus under the cover of darkness and slipped a tow rope around Harrison J. Bison, Canute's beloved mascot. Seconds later, the 100-year-old statue was torn from his foundation. The next morning, students and staff alike were surprised to see Canute Commons standing strangely empty. It wasn't the work of vandals as many first suspected, but instead the result of another problem all too common on college campuses today: rising real estate prices and flagging endowments. No longer the proud guardian of Central Campus, Harrison J. Bison now stands at the corner of 8th Street and Mason, just across from the Student Union. They put him in front of the bike rack, which makes like 0 sense, said sophomore Kyle Stapling. I can't put my bike there anymore because there's a giant metal bison in my way. Stapling is not the only one annoyed by the move. They took down our cherished mascot, paved the commons, and replaced it with a strip mall, said junior Martin Applewright. I mean, that says something about the school's priorities right there. I'm guessing when I finally get my diploma, it'll have a 10% off coupon for steak billies printed on the back. The sad reality is, said Dr. Marianne Madrazo, Dean of Economics and Chair of the Committee for Sustainable Growth, as enrollment levels off and the day-to-day cost of running their college rises, something's got to give. Our decision to bring businesses onto main campus was not popular, but it was a financial necessity. While the leasing of university property has helped push the budget toward the black, Canute still has quite a few cuts ahead. The key word here is land. In the past, we were able to finance off-campus properties for research, continued Dr. Madrazo. But those days are coming to an end. We're looking to restructure how programs like our meteorology field research team or our agricultural innovation team utilize off-site resources. If we are unable to find corporate sponsors to help subsidize the cost of maintaining the real estate, we will have no choice but to sell the properties. When asked if the relocation of Harrison J. Bison was indicative of a general shift toward profit over educational opportunities, Dr. Madrazo was adamant. No, no, and no. It's just the opposite. This may come as a shock, but Harrison J. Bison's move was never meant to imply that students are being relegated to the sidelines in favor of businesses. Despite her positive forecast for Canute College, Dr. Madrazo is willing to admit one regret. To be perfectly honest though, it really wasn't just the smartest idea to put Harry in front of the bike rack. That's where the bikes go. Indeed, Dr. Madrazo. Looks like we've kind of got a little bit of context here for what's going on with this research team. Their corporate sponsor appears to be the Krollmeister company, or at least Krollmeister himself. And we've got all kinds of things around here, but it looks like we really can't look at them right now. I'm guessing there might be something there to pick up later on, maybe. Something like that. But for now, I don't really think there's anything we can do here. So, we should probably go to the house, because that seems like there would probably be people there. But first, I'm going to check this area out. There's like prairie dogs or something here. Which kind of makes me think of the beginning of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And we got a penny that says, "In Pa We Trust. Sincerity, 1998. Alright, well we've got 4 of these pennies apparently. Wonder who Pa is. Is there anything else to do here? We got... Oh, it's a Hilly Hilly sign. That's a nice reference to Creature Kapu Cave earlier in the Nancy Drew series. And it looks like that's the only... Oh, wait. I think I just saw another penny thing there. There it is. Ooh, we got 9 pennies from that. Usually when you see something shiny, it's money related. So let's go ahead and head inside and see what's going on. Do I have to get these? Oh. I guess we just move all this out of the way.
That's a weird piece of debris.
What's this?
Whoa! It's filled with money.
Real money, not just paw money. Once again, amazing job. Thanks, payment enclosed. I could have sworn I've seen that handwriting in another game. It kind of looks like Ryan's handwriting from The Deadly Device.
I better take this and see who it belongs to.
Alright. Good to be out of the rain. Let's see what this note's all about. Hello, Nancy. Sorry we missed you. We're out chasing. The wind shear readings are strong enough that there may be a possible tornado forming to the north. Until our return, I'd like you to familiarize yourself a bit with our operation. Please take the tornado quiz on the computer in the cellar. Don't worry, we don't care how you score. Also, there's a stack of papers in the dining room that needs to be filed away in the cabinet. You'll have to use my ordering system, but I've left notes for you on how it works. And you'll want to drive down the street to Ma and Pa's general store to meet Pa. There's a GPS in the car. You'll like him, he's quite the character. Thanks for filling in last notice. I look forward to meeting you in person. Debbie. Alright, so now we know who Pa is. Apparently he runs the general store in town, and he's got his own currency system. That's pretty cool. I kind of want to explore this systematically. Alright, so we've got some books and a TV here. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Interesting read. It looks like we can't look at the other stack of books, though. But we can watch some TV, though. Watching Waverly. Alright. Can we... Oops. Okay, is there something else? Ooh, what's this? WWB?
With the Milan premiere only weeks away, we'll travel to Paris, France to take a sneak peek at Madame...
Oh, I want to hear more of that. It sounds like it could have been a reference to Danger by Design.
With the Milan premiere only weeks away...
Okay, we've heard that.
Previously on Detective Beach.
You're a loose cannon, McNorton. I want your badge and your surfboard on my desk immediately.
Only one man would be crazy enough to use a shark to rob a bank. You gotta put me back on the case, Chief.
That sounds like an awesome show. I want to watch that show.
Previously on Detective...
With the Milan...
Okay, I think that's everything.
Previously on...
I don't think we can look at anything around here, can we? Okay, that's just the TV again. I'm just kind of getting my bearings here, and ooh, I saw a penny thing there. No, I want to look at this again. There we go. I want to collect all the pennies. And... whoa, lightning. I'm still kind of getting over my fear of lightning. That's something it's just not something that you're used to when you live in California as a kid. I mean, I'm not scared of fake lightning like in the game. It's just like real life lightning. Now, I believe that going upstairs triggers sleep, if I remember my earlier playthrough of this game, or the beginning of this game. So I don't want to do that yet. Ooh, another penny. We're up to 26 now. Awesome. So we can't look at the table, so I'm going to go over here to the dining area. Debbie mentioned filing, so let's go look at the cabinet here. Nancy, please use my filing system. I've written the instructions on the right. Thanks, Debbie. So this is one of those logic puzzles where you have to basically come up with an order that fulfills all the conditions here. I don't really know why she couldn't just say, put these in this order that I want, but oh well. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got 6 colors, and there's left and right that are mentioned as the comparison tools. So let's see. Knut is to the left of findings. I'm going to write this down so I've got something here. So let me just draw these symbols out here. And it's also immediately next to that S thing, which is immediately next to the R thing. So that means that this... Okay, the S has to be immediately after... Well, no, not necessarily, because RS brackets could be the order. Or it could be brackets SR, right? Oof, okay. Let's just kind of run with the assumption that it could be brackets SR. And if it's not, we'll go the other way. So, and then the arrow, like the up arrow with the empty down arrow is immediately next to that R as well. And, oof, okay. I'm just kind of drawing what I think the solution could be here, and we'll see if it doesn't fulfill all the conditions. Alright, so I'm thinking that maybe the 3 circles, the therefore sign is like the very first one. So far, it's looking like this could be good. The order I've got is the 3 circles, the brackets S, R, up arrow, and circle. Let's see if that actually works. Do I just have to... Okay, I just have to click. So, degree, and Canute, and then animals, with the S, and budgets, findings, and Grange Theater.
All right.
Oh, wow! I was not expecting that to work. So, wait. Oh, wait, we use these to do stuff, right? Okay. Am I doing this right? Ooh, we got a...
Looks like garbage. Don't need this.
Aw, I was hoping there was a real Cocoa Kringle bar in there. So, funny note here. Corn bag from Paws General Store. Interesting. Her Interactive recently had a rather cool promotion where if you bought $30...
Mice. I agreed to tornadoes, but I did not sign up for mice.
Aww. If you bought $30 worth of merchandise from their store, you could get, or of digital games, I should say, not just merchandise. Digital games from their store, you would get a free Cocoa Kringle bar in the mail, and I got one just the other day, and it was G-E-W-D good. So I think we've solved this puzzle now. Let's see if we can bring up our task list here. Oh, we don't have a task list. Okay. And here's our cell phone. I like that background image, by the way. Let's just see what else we got. I guess that's from Shadow at the Water's Edge. Although, I don't think that had come out by this point, did it? You know, I think I'm going to go with Japanese Garden. I think it looks great. And for this game, I'm going to go with yellow as the color scheme. I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit here. Can we change our ringtone? We can't? Well, that's a bummer. Huh, okay. I thought you could change your ringtone, but apparently not. Alright, well, we solved the filing puzzle, and we've made some progress so far exploring, so we'll continue exploring in the next video. So, if you enjoyed this, be sure to hit the like button, because it lets me know that Nancy Drew is something that you guys enjoy, and it does help the channel quite a bit. I'll catch you guys on the flip side, so until then, take care, and I will see you then.